Hey everybody, welcome back. When you think of the United States, what comes to mind? For a lot of people, it's this beacon of innovation, opportunity, and prosperity. A global superpower that puts people on the moon and creates technologies that change the world. We see images of bustling cities, stunning national parks, and a culture that is admired all over the globe. It's the land of the free, home of the brave, and for many, the embodiment of the dream that if you work hard, you can achieve anything. It's a beautiful, powerful image, and in many ways, it's absolutely true. But like any story worth telling, it's a little more complicated than that. Beneath that shimmering surface of success and strength, there are some serious challenges that we, as a country, are facing. And one of the most visible, most heartbreaking of these is the issue of homelessness. It's a crisis that unfolds every single day on the streets of our cities, a stark contrast to the wealth and abundance we so often celebrate. It's a complex problem with deep roots, affecting millions of lives, and challenging the very idea of the American dream for so many of our neighbors. So, today, we're going to take a closer look. We're going to step beyond the headlines and explore some of the US cities with the highest rates of homelessness. We'll try to understand the unique factors at play in each place and shed some light on this hidden crisis. This is a heavy topic, I know, but it's an important one. We'll be using some background music from the YouTube studio to help set the tone, so please let me know in the comments if you have any preferences on when it should start or stop. Alright, let's get into it. Our first stop is San Francisco, California. When you hear San Francisco, you probably picture the iconic Golden Gate Bridge, charming cable cars climbing steep hills, and the vibrant, forward-thinking heart of the global tech industry. This is a city that has birthed revolutions in technology and culture, a place overflowing with wealth, innovation, and brilliant minds. The streets are lined with beautiful Victorian houses and the headquarters of companies that have fundamentally changed how we live our lives. It's a city that represents the pinnacle of modern success. But there is a jarring paradox here. In the very same city, where a one-bedroom apartment can cost a fortune, and tech billionaires are made overnight, there exists one of the most severe homelessness crises in the nation. The same economic boom that brought immense wealth to some has also driven the cost of living to astronomical heights, pushing countless long-term residents, families, and low-wage workers out of their homes. It's a cruel irony. The engine of prosperity is also the engine of displacement for so many. Walking through certain neighborhoods, the contrast is impossible to ignore. You can see gleaming tech campuses just blocks away from sprawling tent encampments. This isn't a problem hidden in the shadows, it is a visible, daily reality for the city. The struggle is fueled by a perfect storm of sky-high housing costs, a shortage of affordable units, and a lack of sufficient mental health and addiction services. San Francisco serves as a powerful and frankly unsettling example of how extreme wealth and extreme poverty can coexist in the same few square miles. Next, we head inland to California's state capital, Sacramento. Unlike the coastal megacities, Sacramento has long been seen as a more affordable alternative, a place where the California dream might still be within reach. As the seat of the state government, it's a city of great political significance, where decisions that affect millions are made every day. It has a rich history, a diverse community, and a reputation for being a more grounded, family-friendly city compared to its pricier neighbors. For years, people have moved here seeking relief from the crushing costs of the Bay Area. However, that reputation is now being put to the test. The very affordability that drew people in has contributed to a population boom, and the housing market simply hasn't been able to keep up. Sacramento is now grappling with a severe housing shortage of its own, and the consequences are devastating. Rents have been climbing steadily, and the competition for available homes is fierce. What was once a refuge has become another front line in California's housing crisis, and the number of people experiencing homelessness has surged dramatically. The American River Parkway, a beautiful stretch of nature that runs through the city, has become home to one of the largest encampments in the state. It highlights the desperate situation many find themselves in. While the cost of living is still lower than in San Francisco, wages for many have not kept pace with the rising housing costs. The result is a growing population of people, including families and full-time workers, who simply cannot afford a place to live in the city they call home, right in the heart of California's government. Let's travel southeast to Phoenix, Arizona. Known for its year-round sun, stunning desert landscapes, and booming growth, Phoenix has become one of the most popular cities in the United States for people looking to relocate. It's a sprawling metropolis that has attracted businesses and new residents with its lower cost of living and vibrant economy. For many, Phoenix represents a fresh start, a place to build a life under the warm Arizona sun. The city has experienced incredible expansion with new communities and industries popping up constantly, but this rapid growth has created deep fissures of economic inequality. While Phoenix is thriving on many levels, the benefits of this prosperity are not being shared equally. A significant housing shortage, particularly for low-income residents, has sent rent prices soaring. For those working in lower-wage service industry jobs, which are plentiful in a city that caters to tourism and retirees, finding an affordable place to live has become nearly impossible. This economic pressure is a primary driver of homelessness in the region. Adding another tragic layer to this crisis is the opioid epidemic, which has hit Phoenix and the surrounding areas particularly hard. The intersection of addiction, mental health challenges, and economic hardship creates a cycle that is incredibly difficult to break. The intense summer heat also poses a life-threatening danger to those living on the streets, making the situation even more dire. In a city known for its warmth and sunshine, a growing number of people are left without shelter from the elements or the economic storm. Now, we cross the bay from San Francisco to Oakland. This is a city with a soul. Oakland is celebrated for its incredible cultural diversity, its rich history of activism, its vibrant art scene, and its strong sense of community. It's a place with a distinct identity, a proud and resilient city that has long been a hub for creativity and social change. From the shores of Lake Merritt to the bustling streets of downtown, Oakland has a unique energy that has drawn people from all walks of life for generations. Unfortunately, Oakland's proximity to San Francisco and Silicon Valley has meant it couldn't escape the tidal wave of the Bay Area's housing crisis. As prices in San Francisco became untenable even for the well-off, many looked to Oakland, driving up demand and, consequently, housing prices. This process of gentrification has been rapid and dramatic. Neighborhoods that were once affordable strongholds for working-class families and communities of color have seen rents and property values skyrocket, leading to widespread displacement. The divide between the newly affluent and the long-struggling residents is stark and visible. You can walk just a few blocks and transition from a neighborhood of renovated bungalows and trendy cafes to an area with large, long-standing homeless encampments under freeway overpasses. The city is a microcosm of the larger regional struggle, a place where a rich cultural heritage is fighting to survive against overwhelming economic pressures. The spirit of Oakland is strong, but its people are facing an immense battle to simply stay in the city they helped build. Our journey through the Bay Area concludes in San Jose, the self-proclaimed capital of Silicon Valley. This is the epicenter of the global technology world. It's home to the headquarters of some of the most powerful and profitable companies on the planet. The wealth generated here is staggering, shaping the global economy and creating a class of ultra-rich tech moguls. San Jose is a city built on innovation, ambition, and the promise of a digital future. It's a clean, modern city that, on the surface, looks like the very picture of American success. The irony here is perhaps the most profound of all. In the heart of this immense wealth, San Jose is facing a rapidly growing homelessness crisis. The very industry that generates billions in profits has also created an environment where the cost of housing is completely disconnected from reality for the average person. The median home price is well into the millions, and rents are among the highest in the world. Teachers, service workers, and even some tech employees in lower-paying roles find themselves unable to afford to live in the city where they work. This has led to a heartbreaking situation where thousands of people, often referred to as the working homeless, live in RVs and cars parked on city streets, sometimes just a stone's throw away from the lavish campuses of their employers. These are people with jobs who are contributing to the economy, but are still priced out of a basic human need shelter. The story of San Jose is a powerful and unsettling commentary on modern capitalism, questioning who gets to benefit from progress and who gets left behind in its wake. For our final city, we leave the coast and head to the Rocky Mountains to Denver, Colorado. The mile-high city is famous for its breathtaking natural beauty, with the mountains providing a stunning backdrop to the urban landscape. It's a city that attracts outdoor enthusiasts, young professionals, and anyone looking for a blend of city life and easy access to nature. Denver has a booming economy, a vibrant cultural scene, and a reputation as one of the most desirable places to live in the United States. Much like Phoenix, Denver's popularity has been a double-edged sword. The city has experienced a massive influx of new residents over the past decade, drawn by the promise of jobs and a high quality of life. This rapid population growth has put immense pressure on the housing market. Construction has struggled to keep pace with demand, and as a result, the cost of housing has risen dramatically, far outstripping wage growth for many of the city's residents. What was once an affordable mountain city is now facing a serious affordability crisis. This has led to a visible and growing homelessness issue throughout the city. Encampments have become more common in public parks and along city streets, bringing the crisis into the public eye and sparking intense debate among residents and policymakers. The city is now at a crossroads, trying to balance its identity as a welcoming, prosperous city with the urgent need to address the housing crisis that is leaving more and more of its residents behind. Denver's story is a clear warning that even cities with strong economies and incredible natural appeal are not immune to this nationwide problem. So, there it is. From the tech hubs of California to the growing cities of the interior, it's clear that homelessness is not a niche issue. It's a national crisis woven into the fabric of our most prosperous places. It's hard to reconcile the image of America as a land of boundless opportunity with the reality of millions of our fellow citizens not having a safe place to sleep at night. It's a contrast that should make us all pause and reflect. This isn't just about statistics or distant cities. It's about people, families, and the fundamental question of what we owe to one another as a society. This is a complex problem, and there are no easy answers. But the conversation has to start somewhere. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think are the most effective solutions? Do you have personal experiences or insights from your own community that you'd be willing to share? This is a space for respectful discussion, and every perspective helps build a more complete picture of the issue. Let's learn from each other and think about how we can move forward. Thank you so much for watching and for taking the time to engage with such a difficult but important topic. Your attention and your willingness to learn are what make these conversations possible. And as a reminder, if you have any preference on the timing for the background music in future videos, please let me know. It really helps to get that feedback. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.